Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you probably already know, I went on a ski trip to Italy with school and it was really good. And you're probably wondering, how did it go? So I got lots of my friends to send me some Q&A questions about the trip, which I'm going to be answering for you in today's video. But before we get started, you may already know, but I actually, a couple of days ago, I went and got my ears pierced. So here's the reveal, got my ears pierced. So yeah, but anyway, I think we should just get started. Now, these questions, some people from the ski trip sent me them, but some people who didn't go also sent me them. So, how good are you at skiing? Now, I hadn't really been skiing before this. I went for a practice at like an indoor skiing place. So I was a beginner, but I would say I'm not actually bad at it. At the indoor ski place, I was bad at it. I was really bad. And I was a bit concerned, like I was worried about how I was going to do in Italy, but I was absolutely fine in Italy. Maybe it's because we were on like real snow. So yeah, I wasn't bad actually. How many people were in your room? So for my room, there were 6 of us. We were all friends anyway, but I think the smallest amount was probably about 4. So yeah. How were your flights? Well, the flights, on the way there, it was absolutely fine. On the way back, it was just insane. So basically, we went via Frankfurt, so it was a connecting flight, and basically the airline that we went with on the way there went on strike on the way back, the day we were meant to go back, so Frankfurt Airport wouldn't let any flights go in or out, and we're all packed and everything. So we got told that we're going to have to stay an extra night. So the hotel were lovely, they let us stay an extra night and give us meals and everything, and we had to get up at 4 in the morning and go on a 4-hour coach journey to a Milan airport, which we did do before, but it was a different Milan airport, and it was 4 hours, bearing in mind there was no toilet on the coach and we didn't even stop. So yes, it was a bit tiring and stressful that day, but we did manage to get on the Milan plane from Milan, and then instead of going via Frankfurt, we went via Switzerland. So we went to Zurich airport. We had a 5-hour layover. And we literally just had to just chill in the airport, and I guess we'd shopped, we chilled. And then we did get to back to Manchester at about 6:30. So it was an eventful day, quite tiring, little bit stressful. So yeah, those were how the flights went. And that day that we were meant to leave, we went to Bormio for the afternoon, which was actually really nice. So yeah. Did you enjoy it? Yes, I absolutely enjoyed it. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, except the flights on the way back. But apart from that, it was absolutely amazing. Did you have a TV in your room? We did have a TV on our room actually, but 1, we didn't really have time to use it, and 2, it was all in Italian, so we didn't use it anyway, and I don't think we would have understood it anyway. Literally, the only words I know in Italian is ciao and grazie. So yeah. How was the food? Good or bad? Now, most of the food was good. There was the odd thing that I didn't like. I mean, we had an insane amount of pasta. We literally had pasta every lunch and every dinner. Literally, I'm not even joking. There was only about 1 dinner where we didn't, and that was because we had pizza, but I didn't like it. It was not, in my opinion, it was not a good pizza, which I'm surprised because you'd think it would be really good if you got it from Italy. Okay, what was your favourite part of the ski trip? Oh, that is hard because it was all amazing. I can't really say what my favourite part was because I loved it all, but there was one thing that I did really like. That was the disco night we had, which was like disco and karaoke. So yeah, that was really fun. What was the hardest thing about skiing? The hardest thing about skiing was probably you had to keep persevering, and you had to, if you were cold, there was one day where I was absolutely freezing, but I just had to try and get over it. So that was probably for me the hardest thing about skiing, is trying to get over the cold. But that was only one day because it actually wasn't that cold while we were there, but it was snowy. But it didn't actually snow. I don't know whether it did overnight, but it didn't snow like in the day. What was your favourite meal that you had? It was, I can't exactly remember what was on the side. Pasta. There was definitely pasta involved, but there was these really nice like chicken goujons, and they were so good. They were so crispy on the outside, and the chicken was cooked to perfection, and it was amazing. I loved it. It was really good. What was your favourite non-skiing activity? So we had a couple of activities. We had one most nights we had Quest one night where you had to like, the teacher would say, go and find me something that is soft, and we'd get like a cushion or something. And then we also had a disco karaoke night. I went swimming one of the nights, and we did shopping one of the nights. What else did we do? Is there anything else? I'm sure there was something else. We had a presentation night. I actually got a medal from that. I came 3rd place in my group, which is beginners. That was in the race that we had. So I think my favourite night was probably the disco karaoke night. I feel like there's another thing we did, but maybe not, maybe not. What airline did you fly with, and was it good? So on the way there, we flew with Lufthansa, which is a German airline, for the first flight. And then the second flight, I have no idea. I think it was another German airline, but I can't remember what it was called. And then on the flights on the way back, both of the flights were Swiss Air. Were they good? So yeah, all of the airlines were really good. And they were so lovely. They gave us a free bottle of water, which I thought was lovely. And you also got like a free chocolate or a free biscuit on some of them, all of them. How was the food on the plane? So we didn't actually have like a meal, and we did bring our snacks. Well, we had packed lunches, but unless you ate them in the airport, but I ate mine on the plane. But they did give you a free chocolate. The Swiss chocolate was so lovely. It was amazing. And a biscuit on one of them as well. So yeah, we didn't actually have like a meal though, just like little snacks. What was your favourite part of skiing? Ooh. Similar to the question we had a bit earlier on. My favourite part about the actual skiing though, I think my favourite part was probably just doing some little drills and, going down slopes. But I quite like it when the slope's clear and you just get to go down. And yeah, that was really fun. I think basically. Where are we? Have you been skiing before the trip? So no, like I said, I haven't actually been skiing before in like a foreign country, but I did do a practice at an indoor skiing place before I went on a ski trip. How long was your flight? So the flights, most of them were about an hour. I think 2 of them were about an hour. One of them was nearly 2 hours, and one of them was literally only about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. It wasn't long at all. So yeah, they weren't actually too long. They were quite good. How much snow was there? So there wasn't that much snow in the streets. It could be really icy at times, but the slopes were absolutely covered. So yeah, there was quite a lot. There was loads on slopes, so they were actually absolutely covered. Was the hotel big? Yeah, the hotel was actually quite big. It doesn't seem big when you're inside, but from the outside it looks really big. So yeah, I think it was probably about medium. It's not as big as some that I've stayed in before, but it's quite big. Where did you go skiing? So I did go to Italy. I actually went to Santa Caterina. So yeah, it was nice. Did you enjoy Sunny Valley? So my friend asked me this because one side of the mountain was just normal, and then on the other side it was so beautiful and so sunny. The sun was so bright, but you had to be ready to go there. So we did go there eventually, and yes, I absolutely enjoyed it. It was gorgeous. I took some really nice pictures there. It was absolutely lovely. I really enjoyed it there. Did you like the pool? To be honest, I didn't like the pool. No, I didn't like the pool. I went in, but there was too many of us, to be honest. There was just too many of us in the pool, and there was too many, there's a lot of splashing and everything, and I don't really like splashing a lot, in a way. So no, I didn't really like the pool, no. I didn't like the pool. If it was less busy, I might have done a bit more. What did you buy in the shops? I did a YouTube shorts on all of my souvenirs actually, but I'll try and remember. So I bought a lot of snacks for the hotel room, so these Haribos, some cookies, some biscuits. What else did I buy? I bought myself and my grandparents a magnet. I got some sweets for my dad, this lipstick from Kiko for my mum, and I also got a lipstick from lip gloss from Kiko. This one. That's when we went to Bormio for the afternoon. So if we hadn't had a flight delay, I wouldn't have had that. So I'm kind of glad. I think that's it. There might be some other things. What time did you go to bed and wake up? So bedtime, if I'm really honest, we kind of didn't go to bed when the teachers told us to. We kind of stayed up for a bit. Most nights I think we went to bed about 11. Naughty, naughty. Wake up, some days, it was usually between 6:30 and 8, about then. So yeah, but most of the times I think I got up about 7:30. So, yeah, let me see. How many times did you fall over on the slope? I don't know exactly. I probably fell over like 2 or 3 times a day. But I didn't fall over that much, not compared to some other people in my group. And I fell off the button lift. And then I was in this really deep snow. It was literally nearly up to my waist and I could not get out. I had to wait for the instructor. And then I had to ski under this like rope thing. And then I went too far on one of them and I was stuck at the side and my instructor didn't even notice. And then a different instructor had to come and help me and take me back to the instructor. So yeah, I did fall over a bit and they were quite funny sometimes. But the instructors are really nice and they help you up. So yeah, that's good. What did you eat while you were there? As I've said, an insane amount of pasta. Breakfast had like croissants and stuff. It was like a buffet for breakfast. But lunch and dinner, they brought like plated food out. They just gave you the food. And it was like pasta most nights with like a meat and then some veg sometimes. So yeah, pasta basically. Where did you sleep in the hotel? What type of bed? So there was like, when you walk in, there's like a little mini living room kitchen. And then you go down the hall. There's a double bed in that room. One girl slept in there. Then there's a bathroom there. And then in that room, there's 2 single beds. 2 other people slept up there. And then upstairs, me, one of my friends, and then my other friend, Emma, you'll know her. We slept upstairs and because there was 3 single beds, so I slept in a single bed. And they were quite comfy. But like the duvets were so thin, which is surprising as it's quite a cold place. But they did fine actually. It was freezing in the morning though, but they were actually okay in the end. But they were really thin. But it was okay in the end. How did you feel when you first went up on the gondola that takes you up the mountain? Oh, I loved it. I was so excited. I know if you don't like heights, you definitely wouldn't have liked that. It was really high, but I absolutely loved it. It was like, that was actually one of my favourite parts of skiing, actually going up on the gondola, up and down on the gondola. It was so fun. It was amazing. I loved it. Who do you think you shared the most memories with on the trip? I think probably my friend Emma. You all know Emma. Well, if you've been following me for a long time, you'll probably know Emma. And obviously if you know her anyway. So, yeah, probably Emma. Did you learn anything on the trip? If you did, what was it? I would say, even if you're scared, just believe in yourself. Keep going, persevering, be determined, and just go for it. Because at the end of the day, nothing that bad is going to happen to you. The worst that could happen is you're going to fall over and an instructor will help you up. And if you had the chance, would you go again? What a great way to end the Q&A. Absolutely. I would definitely go again. It was so fun and you made so many memories on the trip and I took so many photos and videos and yeah, it was just incredible. I have made a couple of shorts. There's actually one short where I'm actually skiing on it, so if you want to go watch that, I'll link them down below actually. I'll link all the skiing ones down below. I'm surprising my grandparents with their magnet as well because they have a collection. But yeah, basically, so that is the end of the video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.